Please stand for the singing of our national anthem, performed by Megan Hopford, accompanied by the Idaho Brass Quintet. Please be seated. We welcome you to the University of Idaho's commencement ceremony, honoring our students in Idaho Falls. I am Mark Skinner, Executive Officer for the University of Idaho Falls Center. Our history here is important, and I want to begin by acknowledging that our U of I Idaho Falls Center, which is a shared campus with our friends from Idaho State University, is located on the homelands of the Shoshone-Bannock people. We extend gratitude to the indigenous people that call this place home since time immemorial. The U of I recognizes it is our academic responsibility to build relationships with the indigenous people to ensure integrity of tribal voices. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 19th President of the University of Idaho, C. Scott Green.
Thank you, Dr. Skinner, for opening our commencement ceremony. Students, parents, families, deans, faculty, and honored guests, welcome to the University of Idaho, our state's flagship land-grant institution. At this time, I'd like to introduce the people seated on the stage and in the front row this evening. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Platform Party, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all Platform Party members have been announced. Susie Long, Dean, College of Engineering. Lowell Richards, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Interim Executive Director for Idaho Falls, Idaho State University. Rick Amon, President, College of Eastern Idaho. Jim Lawrence, Associate Dean of Student Success, College of Physical Sciences and Engineering, Brigham Young University, Idaho. Jerry McMurtry, Dean, College of Graduate Studies. Juliet Marshall, Chair, Department of Plant Sciences. Lindsey Brown, University Registrar. Ron Kinville, Chipman Faculty Award recipient. Dakota Roberson, Faculty Senate Representative. Amy Lentz, Associate Vice President, Alumni Relations. Cindy Sidaway, State Board of Education, University of Idaho Region. Tori Lawrence, Provost and Executive Vice President. Carol Honus, our commencement speaker. Mark Skinner, Executive Officer, Idaho Falls Center. Our leadership team has demonstrated its commitment and dedication to the students of this great institution. Commencement is one of our favorite days of the year, so on behalf of the university's leadership team, we're excited to celebrate this accomplishment with you today. Please be seated. And I believe we'd also like to recognize, if she's in the house, Representative Wendy Horman, who's here in the audience today. She's here. I see her waving. She serves as co-chair of the Joint Finance Appropriation Committee and plays a key role in public education funding for our state. So I know you're busy this time of year. Thank you for being here. It's terrific. This is the 129th commencement year for the U of I. More than 130,000 students have earned their degrees since the first graduates walked across our stage in 1896. That tradition continues today. Nearly 2,300 graduates are joining the ranks of Vandal alumni this spring. This class of graduates has met the rigorous requirements of a University of Idaho education. We take great pride in our academics, which incorporates learning by doing across many disciplines. Our faculty work closely with our students and connect with them on a personal level, arming them with knowledge and practical skills. Combining academics with invaluable experiences outside the classroom results in graduates who are sought after by employers. U of I alums work hard and know how to contribute to a team. They add value to their companies and their communities. A great example is Kathy Beam, who is earning her bachelor's degree in BAME. She corrected me on that earlier. BAME, who's earning her degree in organizational sciences today. She started her studies at the College of Eastern Idaho in 2018 when her twin daughters were in kindergarten. They are now 12, and she and her husband both work at Idaho National Laboratory and are active in several local charities and community organizations while also attending their daughters' sports and activities. Kelsey is looking forward to the summer and not having homework, from what I understand. Another terrific example is Mosaic Castro, who is earning his master's degree in technology management. His parents immigrated from El Salvador 30 years ago, and he says they instilled in him a strong work ethic and a passion for education. He earned a bachelor's degree at BYU, Idaho before landing a job at INL and beginning his master's degree program at the U of I. I know there are many examples here tonight of Vandals who not only gained a great education, but also made their mark by investing in their community and lifting up those around them. As graduates, I encourage you to continue to be curious, continue to learn, and continue to collaborate in ways that uplift others. This is an exciting time of your life. It's a time to take some risks, to work hard, to make a difference. As Vandals, you adapted to change and learned new skills on the fly. You embraced your community, mourned together, and celebrated together, and we are proud to call you Vandal alumni. Vandals are running boardrooms across this country, seeking justice in our courtrooms, and serving in our classrooms across Idaho and the West. They're healing our family members in Idaho hospitals and working in the corridors of power in both Boise and Washington, D.C. They're even on the field in the NFL. You are joining the ranks of these leaders, so set your sights on something great. Always be prepared to operate a little bit out of your comfort zone. It will be hard work, and there will be setbacks, but your Vandal family will be here to provide support to you along the way. You will always have the Vandal Network to help you chart your path. You are now ambassadors for our Vandal family. So keep telling your Vandal story. We'll be right here cheering you on. Congratulations and go Vandals! So as I look out over all these graduates, I know that none of you got here all by yourselves. You were supported by friends and family, and these are people whom you care about and who care deeply for you. So let's take a moment to thank them. Graduates, please stand and wave to your friends and family who supported you along the way and on this journey. That's awesome. Love those pictures back there. It's a privilege to have one of our university regents with us tonight. Cindy Sidaway is a member of the Idaho State Board of Education and one of our University of Idaho regents. She owns and operates a historic family sheep ranch in eastern Idaho and is a past member of the Board of Trustees for the West Jefferson School District. Regent Sidaway, will you please bring greetings to our graduates?
Thank you, President Green. Hello, class of 2024. My name is Cindy Sidaway, and I serve on the State Board of Education. And on behalf of my board colleagues, it's my pleasure to offer you my congratulations. What a wonderful day this is for you personally and for the state of Idaho. It is estimated that 60% of jobs now require some form of post-secondary degree or training. What you have done these past few years is invest in yourselves, and I guarantee that investment will pay dividends. Those of you who have earned a bachelor's degree will earn an average of $1 million more over the course of your career because you now have that credential. And people with a post-secondary education are likely to live longer, healthier lives as well. Our state is in desperate need of a skilled workforce, and now you are prepared to take advantage of that. Whether it be accepting a higher paying job or starting your own company, the future looks bright for all of you. I do have a favor I'd like to ask. Please encourage others to follow in your footsteps. In 2017, 50% of high school graduates went on to enroll in some form of post-secondary education. Unfortunately, for the past 6 or 7 years, that percentage dropped 8 percentage points to about 42%. Share your story. Tell the young people in your life about your experience here at the University of Idaho. And while you're at it, remind them about Governor Little's Idaho Launch Program and how it provides up to $8,000 for students to receive education and training for in-demand careers here in Idaho. You can see why businesses right here in eastern Idaho and throughout our state are desperate for people with skills you now have, and they need many more of you. So please be an ambassador and talk to a teenager that you know and tell them why it is so important for them to plan and attain credentials after high school. You have invested your time and made a financial commitment to bettering yourself in the world. You are on the road to success. 40 or 50 years from now, you'll look back on your career with the remarkable experiences and friendships that resulted from it, and you will be amazed. You will be proud and grateful for all that you have accomplished professionally and how you and your family have benefited because of the investment you made in yourself here at the University of Idaho. Again, congratulations. The world is yours, and please don't forget to encourage others to follow your lead. Go Vandals!
Thank you again, Regent Sidaway, for being with us tonight and for your service to our University of Idaho and the state of Idaho. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker this evening, Carol Honus. She is a familiar face to thousands of people in Southeast Idaho after working in television for more than 40 years, including nearly 3 decades as anchor at KIFI Local News 8. She was inducted into the Silver Circle of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, an award honoring dedicated broadcasters who have made significant contributions to the industry and communities in their region. A University of Idaho alumna, Carol has served as a valuable mentor for many U of I students and has been a member of the U of I's Journalism and Mass Media Advisory Board. She retired 3 years ago, and she remains active in the community, serving on the boards of the Idaho Falls City Club and the Brigham Group, among others. Carol met her husband, Ken Honus, at the University of Idaho, and they've been married for 47 years. Yes, that's worth applause. Their 3 sons are also U of I alums. Please join me in welcoming our 2024 commencement speaker, Carol Honus.
Yeah, I'd like another round of applause for that 47 years of marriage, please. It's too bad Kenny's not here to hear that. I am so excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are Vandals. I mean, you've been Vandals since you very first started, but once you graduate, you own it. You own it, no matter what your degree is. When Mark called and asked me if I would do a commencement speech for the students at the University of Idaho up here, I said, yeah, what did they graduate in? And he goes, oh, mostly PhDs in science. And I said, what the hell am I going to say? I'm a liberal arts major. I got nothing. But he talked me into it, and I'm very proud to be here because the University of Idaho means so much to me. By the way, you PhD science people, raise your hand. Okay, yep, okay. Just letting you know, you guys speak a different language. And I know, because I've been out the side a million times and interviewed you guys. And I've said to the people, I don't know what you just said. I still don't know what you just said. I still don't know what that means. Can you bring it down? Can you bring it down? And eventually I'd get an answer like, well, eventually it will light a light bulb. Thank you. That's all I was asking for. If ever you have to face an interview with a local reporter here, which they're liberal arts majors, call me. I'll give you some tips, okay? I'm going to give you some ideas how to talk it this way. Man, you walk across this stage tonight, you're going to get your diploma. You enter a very prestigious club of University of Idaho Vandals. I mean, you went to, in my opinion, the best school, the best professors, the best fellow students to challenge you, and the best football team ever.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not there yet, they will be. Here's the thing. We're getting there. If you're a vandal, you are a vandal through thick and thin. There's been some thin. We all know that. There's going to be more thick. It's going to come this football season, too. Never, though, in my experience, has a university developed a sense of loyalty like you get with the University of Idaho. It is strong, and it is not because of the football team. Or it is because of the football team, because we love them so much during the good years and the bad years. But I think I have an idea of why our culture of loyalty is so strong for University of Idaho students. It's because the drive to get there is so freaking long. By the time you get there, you're just so happy to be there. And by the time you get home, you're just so happy to be home. It doesn't matter which direction you drive. You're happy on the end because it took so long to get there. It was worse in my day. You guys just zip past Whitebird Hill. No. In my day, that crazy road you see to the right as you're going straight up the hill goes zing, 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 zing. You do that on an icy road tonight, and you'll wonder, why am I going to the University of Idaho? But you get there, and then you're happy. Then you're fine. Doesn't matter whether you're headed to school or headed home, either direction. Now, things for me were really different at the U of I than they are now. I was there from 1973 to 1977, and that was a long time ago. You guys in engineering, you can do the math. You're better at it than I am. But I majored in radio TV. They actually had a school. That's what it was called, radio TV. It was his own department. And I went to University of Idaho. My older sister went, my younger sister went, my brother was there. My 3 sons graduated from the University of Idaho. That, again, is part of that loyalty, that if you've been there, it's a culture of love, respect, honesty, being loyal. My first son majored in mechanical engineering, and he was a fraternity boy, Sigma Chi, and he walked on as a freshman to the football team. And he came home for Thanksgiving, first Thanksgiving, and his neck went from here to here. He's huge. I've never seen anything so big. He loved football. He would have kept playing. He just couldn't do it because he was so busy in mechanical engineering. Apparently you guys have, it's kind of a tough degree to get. So he calls us on the phone and says, I'm not going to do football anymore. I can't fit it in with my schedule. I said, well, that's fine. That was your choice. You know, whatever you want to do. But he couldn't leave it at there. He said, you know, Mom, every football player that I'm with majored in radio TV because it's the easiest major up there. Well, it got you through school. It got you orthodontia. It got you football, basketball, skiing, golf. But it is apparently a little easier degree than what you guys have been doing. So I'm very, very proud of you. And I'll never forgive him for saying that. In our day, we didn't have personal computers. And so I want you to try to imagine that we did all of our homework, we did everything with the typewriter. Now, the rich kids had electric typewriters. Wow. We didn't. Most of us had manual. We'd gotten them at an 8th grade graduation. And I think back to changing the ink ribbons, and then your hands would be all black. And then you had to spray your hands with hairspray, because that was the only known product to mankind that you could get the ink off your fingers when you changed the typewriter ribbon. And I don't even know if you guys, have you ever worked a manual typewriter? You have? So blessed are you. No. Well, you have to just imagine this. You're in your room, you know, with your other 3 roommates or whatever. It sounded so good. And if you were a good typer, because you took it in high school, and maybe you played piano, which made you a better typer. Okay, if you could do that, and the person next to you was doing, it made you feel very good, very proud. And then, better than that, you guys out here know this, you know, if you're my age. What sounded better ever in your life than ding? Didn't you love the ding? Yes, I see you acknowledging the ding, because you are one sentence closer in your life to your degree. Every ding, it was one sentence, one step, one way. You're getting closer to getting your degree. But you didn't do things very fast in those days. You guys live a much more pressured, high, just intense lifestyle because of all that you have to get done. You have to have computers to do that. You have to have different ways to do it than the way we did it in the old days. But it was still kind of fun. And I still go back to my old manual typewriter every once in a while. I like just seeing the letters. I'll just type myself a note because that's what Dad typed on lots of times to me, and he would send me little, love notes. Like, no more money until April 30th. You've reached the tap right there, okay, kid? We didn't have cell phones. Can you guys imagine going to school without a cell phone? Can you imagine living this life without a cell phone? There were 2 or 3 landlines, 3 phones at the end of the hallway. When it would ring, whoever was close by would pick it up. And if it was for, Carol Greenewalt was my name of the day, somebody yelled, Greenewalt, phone. And if you were there, you took it. And if not, there was a big chalkboard right by the phones, and you'd write a message, Greenewalt, your parents called, or whatever the message was. And when I went to school with my younger sister, she came up. Then there was Greenewalt 1 and Greenewalt 2. And that's how the messages would be on the board. And then when you get back from your classes, the first thing you do is go to the chalkboard. And you'd see if anybody called you. And if it was a friend, you'd try and call back. And of course, they wouldn't be there. So they'd write a message on their chalkboard. And then they'd call back, but you wouldn't be there. And so they'd write another message on the board. Finally, you just give up and see each other in class the next day and find out what they wanted. And then we had mail. I don't mean like, have you got a message mail? I mean snail mail. And I think it only cost $0.25 then, for a postage stamp, maybe not even that much. But you would play phone tag really hard if it was your parents, because you always needed money. And when a letter had come from home, you couldn't have been more excited because it usually meant a check. So that's how we did mail. You didn't just send off a quick note to Mom and Dad. You had to write to them to explain why your budget didn't last quite through the month. Then you had to wait 3 to 7 days to see if they approved of your excuse and sent you the money to continue to eat or whatever at the University of Idaho. If you wanted to call your boyfriend back home, you had to go to the sub, get a big roll of quarters, try to find a phone booth. If you could find a booth with a door, that was better. Crawl in the booth, put in your quarters, and wait for the operator to come on and say, more quarters, please. And it always felt so invasive when the operator would interrupt your phone calls because you knew she was listening because you're talking to a boyfriend. And when you're talking to a boyfriend, it's not about engineering, okay? Other topics. And that operator was always listening and telling you to put more money if you wanted to continue your conversation. There was one TV for the whole building in the lounge. And a bunch of us, I remember specifically, watched when President Richard Nixon resigned from office and flew off in the helicopter. And we all watched that and we thought, that is the worst it could ever get in politics. Yeah, I was wrong. It still got a little bit worse. But even in those dinosaur days of working with just a pen and a notebook, which is how we had to do it, and being put on a study table if you hadn't made your grades, and being in for curfew if you lived in the Greek system, even way back then in the dinosaur days, the University of Idaho held the bragging rights for the most students that got a job after graduation. We were very proud of that, and that was clear back in the 70s. Companies for decades have known to come to the University of Idaho to get their new employees. There is something about the way we teach, the way we make our students think, that gets them the jobs above others. We had the best, we had the most well-trained, and it hasn't changed. Most of the U of I graduates are working after graduation. In fact, more of your peers from U of I are working after graduation than other schools. You can be very proud of that. We have the state's best 6-year graduation rate. I talked to one woman earlier this evening, 14 years, right, to get here? Yeah. Yes, I know. It's things come up in life. So now it's a 6-year graduation rate. I did it in 4, I'm just saying, okay? I had to because money was going to be gone. Our graduates have the highest median earnings 10 years after graduation. Our graduates earn the top starting salaries in Idaho. We beat out the other 4 institutions here. And that does remind me of a little joke. So there's this engineering student, and he gets his degree, and he goes in and he talks to HR about a job. And the HR manager says, "What do you want?" And the student says, "I'd like 100,000 a year, 14 days paid vacation, good benefits." And the HR guy goes, "How about 200,000 a year, 14 days paid, 5 paid vacations, medical, dental, visual insurance, and we'll meet 50% salary for retirement." And the young student graduate jumps up and he says, "Are you joking?" And HR says, "Of course, but you started it." What else is great about the U of I? Well, we are the #1 value of any public university in the West, and that's 4 years running, and that's according to U.S. News and World Report. In fiscal year 2023, the U of I's research portfolio set a new record with $135.9 million in expenditures. What does that mean? I don't know, because I'm a liberal arts major. But I do know the U of I is on track to be recognized as among the greatest research university in the U.S. We're going to get there. We're among the tops already. Here's the thing I love, though, about the U of I is that it's very well-rounded. When you get a degree from the U of I, yes, we're a top-notch research facility, but our music program is phenomenal. And come to find out, music and math, music and science, they work real well together. We make musicians, though. We create excellent teachers. Our ag science program was off the charts. When I came to school in 1977, the big barn on the edge of the university? Used to be that was a long walk to go to the barn. It was far, far away from anything, and the whole university has moved right up to it. But when you went by that barn with the pasture that comes down to the road on a hill, there were cows in there, and they had windows in their sides, and you could see their guts working real time. I mean, I call that cutting edge research. Before there was even cutting edge research, we were ahead of the times. You graduates represent such a great cross-section of life. I mean, you have got, in this little crowd right here, we have, let's see, if I miss a school, you make sure you yell it out to me. We have nuclear engineers, mechanical engineers, computer science, education, public administration, cybersecurity, environmental science, general studies, electrical engineering, psychology majors. Anybody want to admit who the psychology major is? Might not be, thank you, because I just need to, we may need to talk tonight, okay? Just need to get your number. Is there anything you can't learn at the University of Idaho? I mean, we have beautiful arts and dance. We have great athletes. I mentioned you're becoming part of a very prestigious club. Well, you're a Vandal now, so I want you to wear that title with pride, and I want you to wear your logo. Get the shirts that say U of I, get the vests, get the coats, because I swear, wherever you go in the United States, someone, somewhere in the crowd, will recognize it, and they'll also be a Vandal. Now, here's the code, the secret code of how it works. So you're wearing this, and you're in San Diego, and you're at the zoo, and somebody will walk by really quiet and go Vandals, and just keep walking. And if you have time, you go catch up with them, and I go, "Are you a Vandal?" And they'll say, "Yeah, when'd you go? What'd you study? Where'd you live?" And you have a friend. In 2 seconds. 2 seconds, you've met somebody that if you run into him 10 more times at the zoo, you're going to say hi and see how they're doing. That's the club you're in now. It's cool. Wear the logo. And remember the secret. Go Vandals. Okay? You'll see it everywhere. If you drive by somebody, the Vandal sticker, it's like this, okay, in the passenger window. Go Vandals. Yeah. Because we're bonded. If they rented that car, they think you're a nut. But that's something else altogether. Now, here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to get out there. I want you to make a great name for yourself. You've already proven you can do it by getting this far. And then I want you to do one other thing. Recruit, recruit, recruit. So I want my school to be just as good for my grandkids as it was for me, my kids, and has been for you. 1, 2, 3, go Vandals. Oh, that's close. Let me try it again. 1, 2, 3. Go Vandals. Yeah, you got it. Student coming up right there.
Thank you, Carol. What a great advocate for the U of I, and great commercial. I hope we got that on film somewhere. We can use that. It's an honor to have you with this evening, and you can read more about Carol Honus in your commencement program, and it's quite a career. I now invite Susie Long, Dean of the College of Engineering, to the podium to present the College of Engineering Awards. Susie?
Each year, the University of Idaho recognizes students and faculty for achievements in academic and job performance, service, and promoting excellence within the college and the university. Award winners, as I call your names, please stand and wait to be recognized. The College of Engineering would like to recognize one of Idaho Falls students in particular for their hard work and dedication to engineering. The award for Outstanding Senior in Industrial Technology goes to Christian Roberts. We'd also like to recognize 2 faculty members for their excellent work. The Mid-Career Faculty Award recognizes University of Idaho professors for outstanding teaching and scholarship. This year, Idaho Falls faculty member Amin Mercuri is our Mid-Career Faculty Award recipient. Congratulations, Dr. Mercuri. The Office of Research and Economic Development annually recognizes the achievements of faculty in the area of research awards. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Indrajit Charit as the top F&A generator. Congratulations, Indy. And now Provost and Executive Vice President Tori Lawrence will present our final award of the evening.
Thank you, Dean Long. It is my honor to award the Nathan A. Chipman Outstanding Affiliate Faculty Award to Dr. Ron Kinville. Ron, would you stand? Ron spent 27... Actually, Ron, come on up. We actually have something for you. Ron spent 27 years in the construction industry building roof trusses. And 11 years ago, he joined the University of Idaho as a faculty member teaching industrial safety. He's a certified safety professional and an OSHA-authorized outreach instructor in both general industrial safety and construction safety. After dropping out of college at age 24, Ron returned 20 years later to earn his bachelor's degree in construction management, followed by a master's degree in safety, security, and emergency management. And on his 55th birthday, Ron was awarded his doctorate in education. In recognition of his dedication to students and their education, the University of Idaho, Idaho Falls, is pleased to award Dr. Kinville the Nathan A. Chipman Outstanding Affiliate Faculty Award. What a story, huh? Congratulations. Always over here for a photo.
Nicely.
Here you. The University of Idaho is committed to the pursuit of excellence. Today we want to take a moment to recognize some of our outstanding students. This time we ask all students graduating with honors, members of honor society organizations, veterans, and other honor corps to please stand and be recognized. You have brought distinction to yourselves and to our university. We congratulate you. Thank you very much. Okay, and finally, the moment we are all here for. We will begin awarding degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degrees. These requirements are set forth by the faculty at the University of Idaho and have been completed through years of formal study. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present at this exercise, as well as upon those who have been duly excused. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree, our bachelor's students, please stand? President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the baccalaureate degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you'll receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you can be seated. Will the candidates for master's degrees please stand? It's a big group. Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive the master's degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you'll receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you can be seated. And finally, will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please stand? We have two this evening. Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree so earned.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Philosophy so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you'll receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Our students receiving the doctorate tonight are also given a doctoral hood, whose parts are described in the commencement program. It is our tradition here at the University of Idaho for doctoral candidates to be hooded by his or her major professor. So candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, please come towards the stage to receive your degrees, followed by master's students and our baccalaureate students.
Tori Jim Mortensen, Doctor of Philosophy, Biological Engineering, Major Professor, Dr. Lee Ostrom. Dissertation title, Grounding the Foundations of Performance, Shaping Factors, and Human Reliability Analysis. Ethan Riley Strews, Doctor of Philosophy, Mechanical Engineering. Major Professor, Dr. Amin Merkoui. Dissertation title, Development and Application of Free-Fall Fast Pyrolysis Technology to Produce Valorized Bioproducts from Lignocellulosic Materials. Stefan Elias Abbott, Master of Science, Nuclear Engineering. Mosiah Castro, Master of Science, Technology Management. Russell James Gardner, Master of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Jeremiah Gilbert, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Leslie A. Johnson, Master of Science, Technology Management. Sarah Adam Kahn, Master of Science, Nuclear Engineering. Brian Molds, Master of Science, Technology Management. Juliana Ocampo Geraldo, Master of Science, Technology Management. Martin Michael Plum, Master of Science, Technology Management. Alex J. Sorensen, Master of Science, Chemical Engineering. Tristan Joanne Borquin, Master of Public Administration major. Douglas Allen Corbett, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Clayton Housley, Master of Engineering, Engineering Management. Robert Pioco Mariano, Master of Engineering, Engineering Management. Dylan Dean Ort, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Luis Angel Quinones, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Jason D. Toomer, Master of Engineering, Engineering Management. Christian Roberts, Bachelor of Science in Technology, Industrial Technology. Jerry Lance Robertson, Bachelor of Science in Technology, Industrial Technology. Kelsey Joe Boehm, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Science. Stephanie Marie Young, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Virginia Hinckley, Bachelor of General Studies, major General Studies. Nikki K. Johansson, Bachelor of General Studies, major General Studies. Abelardo R. Herrera, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science, Horticulture, and Urban Agriculture.
He would have been there faster if it wasn't for me having to take the picture 3 times. So graduates, please stand. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. I would now like to invite Amy Lentz, Associate Vice President for Alumni Relations, Class of 1995, to please come forward to the podium. Amy.
All right, thank you. Good evening, Vandals. Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as the institution. May I have all University of Idaho alumni in the audience and on the platform to please stand. Graduates, you are joining an elite and loyal group of individuals now numbering over 115,000 strong. They are living and working and making a difference in Idaho, nationally, and around the globe. And now you too are part of the University of Idaho family. Please be seated. Congratulations and go Vandals!
Thank you, Amy. And I'd like to ask the staff at the Idaho Falls Center to stand and be recognized. It is the behind-the-scenes planning that you do throughout the year that enables the university to be so successful in many ways. Thank you for your service. Please be seated. Thank you. I do want to recognize an individual who's selflessly served University of Idaho students for more than a decade. Debbie Cottle, will you please stand? Well, she's standing already. She's waving over there. Debbie is a student services coordinator here in Idaho Falls, and she started as an academic advisor here in 2006. She's been recognized with numerous awards for her excellent work and dedication to the U of I students over the past 18 years. This is her final commencement, and as she's retiring this year. And Debbie, we appreciate your personal care for our students and your many years of outstanding work on behalf of our fine university. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I wish to acknowledge and commend the faculty. Will our faculty please stand and remain standing? Please. Thank you. You provide the knowledge and mentorship to our students. You teach them, you advise them, you support our students and give them the tools they need to be successful in the workforce. You are central to our land-grant mission of teaching, discovery, and service. Your perseverance, dedication to excellence, and commitment to our students is truly awe-inspiring. Thank you for all you do for these students and all the ones who came before them and the ones yet to come. We really appreciate all you've done for us. You may be seated. Thank you. As we conclude our ceremony, please join us in a special University of Idaho tradition, the singing of our alma mater. The words are located on page 67 in your program. Following the alma mater, please allow the platform party to recess and then join us afterwards for refreshments. Please stand.
And here we have Idaho, winning her way to fame. Silver and gold in the sunlight blaze, and romance lies in her name. We'll go singing, singing of you, all proudly too. All our lives through we'll go singing, singing of you, alma mater, our Idaho. We'll go singing, singing of you, all proudly too. All our lives through we'll go singing, singing of you, alma mater, our Idaho. Take a try from the brave and bold, carrying banners of silver and gold. Try to subdue all their foes. Go Vandals, go mighty Vandals, come on and go Vandals, go. Fight on with hearts brave and bold. Foes will fall before your silver and your gold. The victory cannot be withheld from thee. So bear down all for Idaho. Come on, old Vandals, go. I-D-A-H-O. Idaho, Idaho, go, go, go. The victory cannot be withheld from thee. So bear down all for Idaho. Come on, old Vandals,